Salt hopper mandible, weird artifact. What's so weird about it? Freezing two-handed carbide longsword. We got a couple of nice nooks here. Did that spitter just, like, launched fire, right? I'm not crazy? Welcome, aristocrat, to a becoming nook. You are one step closer to grand unification. Please choose from the following options. I am a tier 2. Install Cybernetics. You are becoming aristocrat. Choose an implant to install. Credits, 0. License tier, 2. Points used, 2. I need 8 license points. Come on, I need credits. We got the Spicer implant. Sure. Anchor spikes. Careful over there. Might need to go to Red Rock. Or we could just go to Joppa. Ruins of Joppa, I should say. Because we can definitely get some license points down there. There's one of our credit wedges. Because we need more. Ah, sniper rifle. Alright, let's put some points in. Upgrade my license. Doo-doo. Credits 2, license tier 2. Wow. Anchor spikes. I really want the recompositor. Inflatable axons might be nice for us though, right? You gain 40 quickness for 10 rounds, then you become sluggish for 10 rounds. Bunch of quickness is nice. Anchor spikes just mean we can't be pushed around, right? Can't be forced by physical means. Reactive cranial plating. Cannot be dazed or stunned. And this just teaches you Spicer. Which is worth what? 50 skill points? I.e. baby numbers? Yeah, Spicer's worth 50 skill points. I'm alright. 162. Swing down here. Grab disassemble. For 100. And then take Harvestry. Actually, we can learn Harvestry from our starting village. No, we learned Butchery from them. Let's take Harvestry. Cool. Alright, we picked up 1 license. We need more. And we got a couple of okay, but not very exciting implants. Finish our auto exploration. Let's go get another license. We know there's one. Trying to think where... I don't think he would be able to see me. From this standing position, he definitely won't be able to see me. But I should be able to get my beetle quest. Petty mortal, bring me 6 pairs of 9-fold boots, and I shall reward you with enhanced prowess. Okay, just 6 pairs of 9-fold boots? Sure. And we got some ring mail. It'll hurt our DV, but it'll be way better for our AV. AV of 5, DV of 8. Nice. Quest-wise. Yeah, we can just craft some 9-fold boots later on. We have 1 historic site, but I think I might go looking for... Joppa's like right here, right? Somewhere in this general vicinity. Go find the ruins of Joppa. Take that through to the tunnel. And get ourselves another credit wedge. Save some bullets. I'll eat when this turtle's dead. Come on, owl. Shade oil. I'm a Truekin. I'm allowed to use these injectors without as much problems. I gotta remember that. Oi! What'd you throw at me? Yeah, save our pistols for enemies that are not snapjaws that we could just slap around easily. I like that I was so sure it was dead, I kept walking away from it. Hello, treasure chests. What have we here? Just take all. Treat as scrap, disassemble. The only thing in there that weighs anything. 15, 10, 10. What am I wearing on my back? Something that gives me 1 DV. Let's take the carry capacity over the DV. There we go. We have 32 pounds of weapons, but it'd be nice to trade some of the stuff in. Oh, here we go. We can disassemble all this nonsense. The bits surprisingly add up if you don't take them apart. How many chests do I have in my pocket? 2 chests. I know where I am now. At your grave site, Snapjaws. Alright, when it's a field of Snapjaws, that's when Shift A comes in. Auto attack. Any more trash here? Gotta find that nice ruined village. But I mean... Oh god, you know what? I don't want to fight 1,000 thirst thistles. Screw that. It's a lot of garbage. Ooh, what do we have here? Joda Shop, Phidias, Beetle Boy. Come here, Beetle Boy. Damn, I don't have any oil. He's got some nice bits. Some nice tubes. I would love to ritual you. Let's just go ahead and rifle through all this garbage. We know where Hilrix Willow, the legendary glow pad, lives. Happa Rose. Sounds like a ruin. Still lots of garbage here. A bent metal sheet, which we'll take apart for sea bits. Yeah, take that garbage apart. Need all these tinkering bits. So what is our wish list for Cybernetics? Obviously a gun rack. And I wouldn't say no to getting one of those dope thrones that you weld to your butt. So you're just permanently flying. I think it would be fun to get some compute power going. I feel like that's where I have the least experience with Truekin, is the compute power on the Nexus, or the latest, whatever it's called, Lattice. Legendary Hide Sheath Hermit. Gloaming beats their wings, and the shattered voice of trillion worlds ride the current of air. Okay. Legendary Hide Sheaths. I'm into that. Penetrating radar, yes. Definitely want that. I already got one of my favorites, so we just need the points for it. Here's Joppa. Gunrack and Cathedra are the same slot? Oh man. They are back slot, aren't they? Are all the NPCs different? Quests and all? So, with this game, Caves of Cut, if you want, you could do Joppa as your starting town. And if you do Joppa, Joppa will always have the same quests and NPCs for you. It's basically considered like the newbie start. It's a reliable place to begin. If you don't start at Joppa, you could choose to have a randomized town in another location. Those quests and NPCs will be different every time you play. And I like playing that way. I really like randomized quests because they can be very silly. My favorite one ever was, I need you to go and contemplate the concept of anarchy while smoking a hookah. And I was like, this is the best quest I've ever gotten. Biodynamic power plant. Yeah, I have the matter recompositor, and apparently that's the same slot. Alright, we got our Reshef lore. So, like, this is Joppa right here, but it's called Abandoned Village. It's in the spot Joppa normally is. So if you choose not to start in Joppa, you could find the ruins of Joppa, which is fun. Which means I know there's a reliable way for me to get into a particular dungeon that will have what I'm looking for, which is license points. Yes, yes. The main quest line has the same NPCs and the same general beats, but all the other stuff is random. But I have a love of the randomized quest line, so I typically go for randomized villages so I can get those. Because I love them. I love them so. Oh, you're one of those angry spiders coming my way. And then I shot a dog by mistake. Smoking a hookah while contemplating the concept of anarchy sounds like a regular Tuesday, yeah. There's a very relatable quest line, so I was like, yeah. Yes, as for the Sultans, They're all randomized except for Reshef, who always has the same lore each time. Just do some auto-exploring here. Goat Folk Village. The least valuable information I can get. Level 11. Got another skill point here. So I could push myself to intelligence 23 right now, which will let me do Tinker 2. But we don't have Tinker 1 yet, so I'm not too concerned about that. However, the other benefit of putting that point into intelligence is it will give me more skill points as we go. But agility-wise, for our pistols, we need to make it to 25 for Deadshot. Which means we could get that now. Well, next level. But we obviously want to get to 29 eventually. Pointed circle. Whenever you juke an opponent while wielding a short blade in your primary hand, you make a free attack. Probably a good idea to get some more short blade stuff going on too. Both would benefit from agility. But I do want Tinker 1, especially if it lets me start making bullets. Now we don't have to worry about bullets. I also want repair at some point. Alright. I'm gonna do intelligence, just so I get more skill points in general. So how much do we have right now, skill point-wise? I have 130. I'm going to give myself a point of intelligence. And now I have 170. We'll take Tinker 1. I will learn how to make... We can either do modified metered, modified visored, or get empty injector. I don't want empty injector. I spent hours on this game recently. My last 2 runs were ended by some axe-throwing dickhead who chops me to bits. Was this axe-throwing dickhead in Bethesda Sousa? That sounds like a troll to me. Also, what's going on, milk bags? I think I'll take visored. Yeah, the trolls could be, could be a little deadly that way. Bethesda Sousa is a tricky spot. What's the purpose of empty injectors? Just for disassembling? You know? I'm not sure. Because you don't need them to make an injector. Like, if I know how to make a salve injector, I don't need an empty injector to make a salve injector. So I've never been sure what the purpose of empty injectors are. You can shoot them from a dart gun and they do damage. So I guess you could use them as, like, a form of ammunition. That might be their use. I think I'll take Spicer now, so we have 3 ingredients. Do they provide the required bits to make injectors? No. Yeah, just for dart guns, right? Like, they're just ammunition for dart guns? For thousands after thousands. Now, hold on now. Hold on now. Alright, Fence, I'll finish beating you up in a second. Wide-brimmed hat. Hell yeah. Alright, we finally got the appropriate gear for a cowboy with his pistols. Far and farther. We have our wide-brimmed hat. In October, increased 20-fold over. Meat was cut. A few books for our 6-day stilts. It's fucking dreadroots. Bow. Bow. Bark armor. We're wearing, what, ringmail right now? Yeah, ringmail. 3-2. Better than bark armor. We want to go 4 strata deep and follow the river. This is 3 strata deep. Salt-encrusted weird artifacts. Fraction microchip, leather cap. Take a nugget. I'll take the cap. It's probably better than the wide brim hat. Beat up the bush. Oh, they already took it out for him. Ugh, I hate ivories. Bow. Bow. That's the sound of my character becoming feared by a tuber. It's like a potato on the ground. You're like, oh my god. Watch out for that potato. Has anyone ever been attacked by that potato? No, no one's ever been attacked by a potato, but they're scary. Alright, we got a slumberling down here. That's the only thing that's properly dangerous. It's a ray cat. I wonder if this is like... So we start in the... It surprised you. Oh god, potato! I'm gonna choose to believe that this is the cat that usually is in Joppa. Attack of the killer potatoes. Man, I love those movies. Or at least the first 2, I should say. I know there's been a lot more. But I love the first 2 Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. The product placement gag throughout the second one is stellar. Or is that in the first one? Can I remember which one has the product placement gag? Like, how are we gonna catch up to him? I'm thinking with the 4-wheel drive and impressive torque of, like, the name of car and all that. Second one, yeah. And the cartoon was good, too. I don't think I've ever sat down and watched just the first one or just the second one. I have a little box set with the 2 of them in it, and so it's always like, I will watch both. So they kind of blend together for me. That slumberling's angry. But he's no longer next to this, so take all. Oh shit. Alright, he fell asleep, but he's next to all the garbage I wanted to rifle through. Yeah, yeah. Pick a fight with the slumberling, you dummy. Shit, he's coming for me! Fall asleep, man, fall asleep. Ooh. Alright, we're 4 strata deep, so we just want to follow the river. To the north. You always get blamed for waking up, regardless of who did it, right? It's not fair. It's like my cats. What? Holy hell, I went through all 200 bullets? Fuck me. Damn it. Huh. I kind of want bullets if I'm going to be going through here. It's like not the most important thing in the world. We could probably melee our way through, but we're a gun boy. Let's go through our stuff real fast. What we got? Treat folding chairs as scrap. Disassemble. Both types. Box of crayons. Plastic tree. Treat as scrap. Disassemble. Freezing steel dagger. Electrified steel warhammer. Alright. Let's warp back real quick here. Cause like, we know where to go now. Let's go to Cock. Sorry, did I say your name right? QAQ. Cock? I don't feel comfortable saying your name. Your name is Cock, right? Not crazy? I am a child, I'm sorry. Here's a dagger. It's pronounced cock. Yeah, I'm saying that. He's getting mad at me. Alright, we got a few bullets. But a few more would be appreciated, so... Alright, we don't want to go too quick, because if we run into the Dawn Gliders, we die. So we zip across the screen, and then we carefully go up one. Shit. Okay. Got some bullets that way. The preferred nomenclature is penis elemental. That would be a nightmarish... That implies, like, the penis is some kind of, like... Try to look for the right word. A formative concept? Or if we're going for Dungeons & Dragons, that means there's the elemental plane of penis? Which just sounds terrifying to think about. Yes, elemental plane of penis. You went to the same joke. All the Dungeons & Dragons nerds outing themselves in chat. Like, at first I was thinking about, like... Well, it probably wouldn't be a penis elemental, like a penis golem. You can make some kind of penis golem. Which is also terrifying. But yeah, elemental plane of penis. That's... I don't want to go there. Alright, we got some Reshef lore, which is always good. A legendary Elder Tartbeard. Remember the Battle of Sat, where bathed in shining light, Uridoc II wielded her axe and struck down the Sea Turf Sphere family in the name of justice. Remember, afterward, how Vines and comrades shouted in torment for days and days. That does sound like a pretty sad battle. A legendary cannibal's lair? Kisharoon? So tempted to make a your mom's house joke. The Palace of Phallus. Technically can make a Blackstone Gigante out of petrified cogs. Like a Blackstone, like those really nice, griddles that people enjoy. I love cooking. Like, I have a fairly crappy, to be honest, like, electric griddle that I make my pancakes on. And fry up a few eggs on there, but, like, I would not say no to having one of those, like, big Blackstone, like, propane griddles. Those look so cool. At the Battle of Sad, Yuratak II fought a merciless sultan to subjugate Vine. She wielded a shining axe with such finesse that it became forever known as Shinen Goka, the Blight of Vines. I'm gonna say treat a scrap for rifles because there's a bunch of them. And we are a pistol man, so we're not doing rifles. Crab. It's so sad. Quadates the second mate to Kegelsbert. In 4363 BR, Quadatz II won a decisive victory against the combined forces of Shubababal Ghetto at the bloody Battle of Ekalil Spire. As a result of the battle, Ekalil Spire was so rife with smashed rubble it was renamed the Colossal Ruin. A giant naga made of stone. Ah. Is this a monster manual creature? Shubababalls. For whatever reason, there's a lot of names in anime where it's like Lisa or Lucy. But for some reason, the naming convention for these names typically ends up being La Lisa or La Lucy. And that always makes me laugh 100% of the time. Every time they show up in a show, I get a giggle out of that. It's a 3.5 creature. Ah. My knowledge of the monster manual is more 2nd edition. And maybe 5th edition in 2nd place for knowledge. #1 anime waifu, Lulu Lucy. yes, everyone loves Lulu Lucy. You a mysterious stranger? You might have bullets for me. Gotta sprint to keep up with this man. He has nothing. Is it La Lisa? Maybe La Lisa, but Lilisa, like Lilisa, is a name that was in an anime I believe yesterday I watched. No, aim at the guy with the gun next to us. Alright, we have another rifler. He's the only scary man here. But technically, it is dark, and he cannot see me. Come on. Aim better. There we go. Get his bullets. Reload. Alright. Step 1. Not on this screen. Actually, step 1 will be drop off books. Because we have a few. Alright. Next step is Resheflor. And now we go for gunsmiths and buy all the bullets we can. Wake up! Sleeping on the job. Let's trade. I'll take 73 lead slugs. I was kind of hoping to find a better pistol, but no luck. I'll trade 2 drams. I have 74 drams of water in my pocket. Guns for sale. Cool. And then on this screen we got schematics, grenades, kipper. Guess I could talk to the schematics vendor. Drum-loaded freeze grenade, plasma grenade, poison gas, resonance, space inverter. Alright, nothing from me there, but thank you. Chef, another schematics vendor. That was a weird noise. Vibroblade, spiral bore. Please, God, let me be able to afford a spiral bore. Hologram bracelet, high explosive. I mean, I would also love to be able to make spheres of negative weight. Ever since I read that stupid Reddit post where someone made so many spheres of negative weight their character couldn't walk anymore, it's been on my bucket list. But I will take a spiral bore for sure. Electro bow, sniper rifle. A pile of Isakari rifles. And then we've got two-handed carbide longsword, freezing. You know what, let's just tap them all, see how far we can get with what we got. We're close. Alright, skill softs for Spicer I don't need. Anchor spikes is a no. Reactive cranial plating. Okay, we're there. We're just able to afford it. We don't need the advertisements anymore, so we can throw those on there. Okay. Now it's a matter of, can we hold on to some stuff? What don't we want to sell? An electric bow I would love to take apart for bits. And I can hold on to that. Anything here that might be nice for me to hold on to? No, I'm fine losing all those melee weapons. Like, I want short blades. So maybe a freezing steel dagger. We'll hold on to that. Defoliant and stun grenade are both fine. I don't mind losing them. Solar cell and a couple of pretty bad chem cells. All this stuff is fine. Although maybe not the leather cap. Nice. Alright, that works. I'll get a little bit more. Trade complete. Alright, we know how to make spiral bores. I love spiral bores. We can make visored things. We need Tinker 2 for the spiral bore. That's fine. It's fine. We're gonna get there. There's one more gun salesman on one of the other screens. Actually, I think there might be another gunman. 105 lead slugs. Yes, please. I wish I could buy that weird artifact. It might be a pistol. I will give you 3 drams out of pocket. Sorry, 4 drams. Do my luminous horse rooms. Another schematic drafter. Watch me be very sad that I threw all my money away at the first schematic drafter. Fitted with filters, lacquered lanterns, grenade, defoliant fungicide, stun gas, wrist fan. You know what? None of that sparks joy. We're good. And yes, there is another gunsmith. Sturdy chrome revolver, a painted shotgun. At noon, under a weird and vermilion sky, the people of Suwa Grotto saw an image on the horizon that looked like a prism bathed in vermilion. It was Quadat's, and after he came and left Suwa Grotto, the people built a monument to him, and thenceforth called him the Vermilion Prism. 130 lead slugs, yes. I desire that. And for it, I will give you probably nothing. I'm just going to pay out of pocket. Actually, you know what? No, not... Yes. Yes, I will do a kudzu stem. It's dreaded tubers. That's the one that we actually want. I always forget what kudzu stem's good for. Some shotgun shells, some steel arrows, some normal... hold on. 195 bullets, plus 130 bullets, 325 bullets. Feeling a little bit more comfortable ammo-wise now. We'll also say hi to the Gutsmonger, just in case. Still don't know what these are. And I would rather not spend the money to reveal their truths at the moment. Alright. Wrong screen. This one. Back into the tunnel for my credit wedges. Let me just check ye old Cud Bingo Discord to see if anything's going on here. Alright, when Super Hobbit gets back, we'll be repoing. Good, good, good. Just wanted to make sure I knew what was going on. Head down to level 4. Down, down, down. And now we follow the river. He's so close. I want to, like, rifle through the trash, but... It's a little frightening to have a spark tick, an electric monster, in front of you when you're standing waist deep in water. Ooh, a bear. Come here. Got an ape, but we're cool, we're chill, we're burrows. Auto-explore. It's like a few more screens up, we'll find what we're looking for, which is a chest that has a nice credit wedge in it. Come on, stop getting in the way of my auto-exploration. And assuming we're able to get this run to go the distance, the plan is to leave with Barathrum on a space shuttle. Like, we're just gonna leave the plot. We won't resolve it. We're just gonna get in a spaceship and fly away with Barathrum. Me and my elderly bear husband will fly away. That's gonna be the plan. Because that's the ending we haven't gotten yet. Did I accidentally shoot anybody here? No. Alright, now I have accidentally shot a few people. Alright, well. Woo! Can't do that while swimming. I think it's salve injector time. Alright, sprint. I think we'll find out when we get there. How are we missing this eyeless crab? It's the one without eyes, not me. God damn it. This river is a problem. Come on. How is this crab still alive? This is why I want to really put together the get out of jail free implant. Diagonal to me from where I'm standing, because boy howdy, I've got no choice here but to eat. Oh, I do have an herberry. But it heals you for, so I have like 57 max hit points. Let's just eat witchwood bark. That's no good. Eat more witchwood bark. No! Not Erumumuchu! God damn it. I don't even know what Erumumuchu is. His other senses were heightened. Here's the click of your revolver, and you muttered, "I'm gonna get you, varmint." At least you still have your herberries. You know what? You're right. I could pop one of my herberries. Ooh. I drank my whole water bottle. I have to pee again. Alright, BRB. There are a lot of bingo saves in here we gotta get rid of. Glassington Bingo Star. Legally distinct from an in-night property you may have heard of, yes. Flying Turtle Bingo God. Hookington Esquire, the Lord of Bingo 2. The Beast is not a bingo. That is a build that I'm experimenting with. But I'm not sure if that'll be the one I do next on my off-stream recordings or not. Because I also want to be an ooze. I'm trying to decide between the two. But this is a fun one. And I think it's time for Crundle. As much as I love this save file, it is from the older version. Goodbye, Crundle. Rest in peace, Crundle. Oh my god, Magnet. It's still here! Well, I guess we might as well just load it up. That way I don't have to redo it. Bye, Crundle. He was a good playthrough. I really liked the Crundle playthrough. That was a lot of fun. Alas, poor Revok, we knew ye and Eros well. But yeah, I find Truekin to be a lot harder to start with than mutants, just because you have so many tools to solve problems as a mutant. And you don't as a Truekin. At least not until you find a lot of stuff. Those extra skill points and extra attribute points are nice, but I'd rather just have, like, corrosive gas generation or something that I could use to get out of a problem. Teleportation, phasing, there's so many good solutions. Truekins just have tools. Punchkin's really good, because Punchkin can, like, stun lock. And stun locking is also very useful. Yeah, infinitely scaling stun lock is very powerful. But, like, I've done a Punchkin before. And if there's one thing I love doing, it's not repeating runs. Like, I always want to do something different. Hence our attempt to make a nice gun rack man happen. I feel like a gun rack play would be a lot of fun. It's just gonna be... We're gonna have to be very cautious on the way up to it. Especially since pistols are not the most accurate weapons, especially the starting pistols we have. A stray bullet will mean the difference between fighting one thing or fighting 5 things. So we gotta be careful. I hope I don't accidentally shoot our bird, because they're always in the way, but they're flying, so I'm hoping we don't do it. Alright, enemy crab. Fight you on my terms, i.e. on this screen. Okay, crab problem solved. Bear problems approaching. Bear problem solved. Got a knoll worm picking a fight with a gorilla. Shouldn't have come on this screen, buddy. Alright, knoll worm's dead. Auto explore. A plated knoll worm. Eh. I prefer my mutants, but I do like being a cyborg. It just takes forever to get your cyborg life off the ground, you know? A little butchery. Shouldn't have come here, crab. Level 12. 1 to each attribute. That is nice. That puts us at 24 intelligence, 25 agility. 186 points to spend. We can get dead shot now, and I feel like that's a good idea. Anything to make our pistols kill faster. But we are playing with our short blades. Short blade attacks that penetrate have a 75% chance to cause your opponent to bleed. I was hoping for some sort of DLC. They did say that we could expect content updates in the future, but that is after they're done with, like, console ports and, like, putting it on other platforms. But I, too, am hoping for it. Really, when you get up to, like... Alright, I don't want to, like, do too many spoilers. We have done the end game on stream, but, like, some people here might have seen it, so I'll be vague. The end game area has a lot of, like, neat stuff, but not a lot of it's accessible. It's just there for, like, oh, that's neat, look at that. I would love a content update to this game, DLC or otherwise, where we get that kind of expanded upon. I would love to visit some of the spots up there. Just reading the descriptions like, oh yeah, I want to go there, and then I'm gonna go there, and then I realized, like, the tram doesn't stop there. I would pay so much money, right? I would love, like, if they were to do, like, a chunky DLC, like, just a pie in the sky. My ideal would be, you give me more of the upstairs locations to explore. They kind of tease with the post-credit scene, like, a really neat concept for New Game Plus. I would be super into a New Game Plus that uses, the post-credit scene as a setup for it, where the stuff up there is fully functional, right? Oh yeah, a prequel up there would be really cool. That's almost like a separate game, like, if you release a prequel. But I would love that. But, yeah, expand on the final endgame location. New Game Plus would be really nice, especially if you follow through with, like, the post-credit scene as the setup for New Game Plus. And give me a third starting choice. Like, we have Truekin / Cyborgs, we have mutants. I'm not sure what the third thing would be, but there's a bunch of options there. A lot of potential. Like, surprise me with a third starting class with its own little, like, setup. I want to put his Templar city so I could burn it to the ground. Yeah, there's a lot of mods that give more starting options where I feel like you could look to that for inspiration as the developer. But that would be my, like, That's a nice chunky DLC right there. I would give you $20 for that, please. Please and thank you. There's a mod to be a golem. Like, it's neat that you could basically play as anything in the game if you're looking to take the time to, like, start your character with dominate and just like, alright, let's go find what I want to be and dominate it. Ooh, a breath might be fun. I feel like the mutants, yeah, like, they're still starting as human, right? Expand the world map some more, that'd be fun. Go across the Salt Sea to another location. They kind of, like, talk about what's on the other side of the Salt Sea in some of the books. There's a lot of room for, like, neat ideas. Yeah, maybe a good idea here. Whenever you make an offhand attack with a short blade, you immediately make another attack with that same weapon. Flurries do not count. Yeah, some more short blade stuff would probably be a good idea. And then down in multi-weapon fighting, maybe flurry. Elite versions could have mutations, that'd be cool. I feel like that's already, yeah, that's actually already, yeah. Pix is right. Like, you bump into people that have abilities. Like, think about Starting Town. Mehmet is just like a water vine farmer like everyone else, but typically he has an ability. But yeah, you'll run into NPCs that have, like, mutations, and they use them. You played as a legendary apple farmer's daughter? You were just running around as a heartbreaker, weren't you, Grim? I think I'll learn multi-weapon fighting here. That'll be good for our double dagger setup at the moment. Give us a few melee options. But yeah, I want to do a run where I just start, immediately beeline for the fungal forest, the Rainbow Woods, and just become our oozy friend. Gears of Cud. Oh, what's that game? I want to play Gears of Cud. Blob striates into different densities. Yeah, they're taking a break, but they did say they want to work on content drops. Honestly, they should kind of do what Dylan White did. Take a break and put someone else in charge for a while. Chest-high walls and vibro bayonets for all. The tactical spin-off game, like Gears Tactics, was actually stellar. I really liked the Gears of War spin-off game. More thrown weapon options and more shotgun options. I feel like the game has a wealth of rifle types, and it has like 3 shotguns. We've definitely talked about this before on stream. I'm getting a strong sense of conversation deja vu about the shotguns. The legs, but weigh their passing goods, drawn together by father. Get a separate team for post-game content. It sounds smarter and smarter as I see more indie games released. Especially because CUD has a pretty sizable and robust modding scene. I feel like you could just reach out to those folks and be like, hey, you have some neat ideas. You want to work on the game for realsies?